right. Make sure the volume is up. Salakia. Right. Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawah Wa Yahawashi Makapata. How you doing, sister? Right. In the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahawah. So we got Son, Bahashem. In the name of Mashiach Yahawashi. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Holy Tongue. And I say, Barak to the elders and apostles, and I prophet, and I say, Shalom. So back out here once again, another day on the highways and hedges, the Chief Blessed Concourse, on this January 16th, 2026, on this, was that Friday morning. And why Yahawah outside, as always, for giving us an opportunity to come out here and do so. Lifting up the name, say, Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. Why Yahawah outside. And this is for a second Ezra chapter 9 verse 2. It says, no doubt don't understand. It says, in the same time, I determined to get into visit the world to me. Right, so we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit his earth now. So this is second Ezra chapter 9 verse 2. It says, therefore, we should be seeing the earthquakes upward in the world. So I believe, who was that yesterday? Off the coast of Oregon over there in the Pacific Northwest, off the ocean coast over there in that region. I believe it was like a 6.2 earthquake. Because at first it was like a 6.0 earthquake, and it went up to a couple of notch to a 6.2. So we start to see, on average, we might see like a 5.1 earthquake or a 6.0 earthquake on average. And we start to see that's the new norm. We want to continue to see that increase. So we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth in multiple different ways, and that's what we're seeing, the weather conditions, the tornadoes, the earthquakes, the landslides, floods, fires, pestilence, this weather vortex, and we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth now, so we'll never be seeing signs of it. And this is second Ezra chapter 9 verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes upwards through the world. Right, so you still got those protests heating up over there in Iran, and then protests been heating up over here in America as well too. So we're going to be seeing more signs of it. So more increasing earthquakes and more upward through the world is going to continue to increase. And this is the book of Psalms 18 and verse 7. It's the book of Psalms 18 and verse 7. It says, then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations also the hills moved with shaking because of wrath. I believe over there, different parts over there in South Africa, you got some type of historical floodings over there. And then they've been dealing with wildfires over there in Argentina and Chile once again in those areas. So we're going to see the more wildfires, the landslides, floodings, famines, pests and plagues, etc. And more of the uptick of our earthquakes that was placed that Yahawah business earth now, so we'll never be seeing signs of it. It's like those increasing earthquakes been taking place over there in California, as they get close to a potential larger earthquake over there in the southern part, and the Titanic area, and this is the book of Isaiah chapter 28 verse 2. It says, behold, Yahawah has a mind in destroying one, which is a tempest of hell destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters casting the earth with their hand. Right, so we're seeing the Heavenly Father cast on the earth with their hand with these weather like conditions, as I mentioned that numerous times. That's all going to tend to increase. I mean, which we so used to seeing it, but we're going to be seeing the Heavenly Father visit this earth at our long rate, as we can see. This is Isaiah chapter 29 verse 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of Yahawah hosts. It says, thou shalt be visited of Yahawah hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise and storms and tempests and flaming by fire. Right, so as the prophet Isaiah was mentioning, that Yahawah hosts is going to visit earth with thunder, with earthquakes and storms and tempests and the flaming by fire, because that's only going to continue to increase. And this is the book of Luke 21 and verse 11. This is Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, a great earthquake shall be and not be. Right, so increasing earthquakes shall be and not be. And families, right, so we see a different type of families or pestilence are increasing in our world, so especially with this measles case been increasing in different parts, like over there in South Carolina, down there in different parts over there in Georgia, over small areas of Arizona and Utah over there. So we see these families and pestilence plagues that Yahawah is bringing upon earth. That's on the 10 increasing. This is Luke 21 verse 11. It says, "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines." Right, so we saying famines are increasing in different parts around the world, and we're going to see that increase again. So great earthquakes, famines, pestilence. That's what we see in our world today. So that's only going to continue to increase. It says, "And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, famines and pestilence, and fearful sights and great signs that from heaven." Like I said, with that second edge of the ninth chapter, that the Heavenly Father shows us these plain beginning and powerful works of many effective signs, and that's what He's showing us. So that's all going to continue to increase. And this is from Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations will perplex seaward born." So we're going to see more and more modern day increasing of the stress of nations will perplex seaward born, and these increasing signs that Yahawah has shown us on the planet Earth, in the heavens and the skies as well too, like Yahawah mentioned in Luke 21 verse 25. And this is second edge, like I mentioned. Let's get up to second edge, chapter 9 verse 7. Second edge, chapter 9 verse 6. It says, "Even so the times also have plain beginning, looking at powerful works and the effects of signs." Right, so more and more increasing powerful works and the effects of signs that the Father can show us, and exactly got stuff on my track out as well too. Now for the switch up the topic, bring up that Jeremiah 28 verse 8. Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8 says that the top of the half before evil and before the Lord prophesied over against many pestilent themes of war, evil, and pestilence. Right, so these modern day war, evil, and pestilence is only going to continue to increase. You know, that's what we're seeing in our world today, so that's only going to continue to increase. You know? And this is Jeremiah chapter 28. Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 9. It says the prophet will prophesy peace, but the word of the prophet will come. Then shall the prophet learn what God has. So the prophecy is there to fulfill, just like it was in ancient times. Now we're going to see it once again these times. And this is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 46. It says, "These shall heart faint and fear for the rumor that you heard in the land, and a rumor shall come both 1 year, after that another year shall come a rumor, and advise the land rule against ruler." Right, so that's what we see. We see modern rule against modern ruler, nation against nation, hitting the two, and all these signs that Yahawah showing us on the daily basis. As it's reading for Prophet Jeremiah. So the scripture says, "Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9." You know, there's no debate on the same. This is the prophet Joel. It says that upon you this among the Gentiles prepare war, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, so let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Over there in the Middle East, that Jehoshaphat won't get one by one. So even though it was, I think from the time of Israel, they mentioned that it was, I think it was yesterday and earlier today as well too. They mentioned about about the potential entering the second phase of the deal between Hezbollah and Israel, but you still gonna have heavy tensions heating up over there in that area, especially over there in the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, Palestinian territory. You're still gonna have tensions heating up over there in that area. So despite the fact they might push forth the second phase of the deal, but the tensions are going to stir up between over there in the area, especially the proxy groups. All those proxy groups and the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel defense over there in the area, This is Joel chapter 3 verse 10. It says, "Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pointy hooks and the spears, and let the beat your plowshares and the swords and the pointy hooks and the spears, and let the weak sound strong." Right, so let the weak sound strong. But these are armed nations. They still in that warlike mindset. So all these proxy groups and these pro-Iranian groups, they still in that warlike mindset. Even though they're entering the second phase of the peace deal, you still can have senses heating up over there in the area. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "You shall hear of wars and rumors. See that you do not choke for all these things must first come to pass, but it is not yet." Right, so we're gonna be seeing not only wars, rumors of wars. That's all continues to increase. This is Matthew 24, verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom," which goes into ethnos. "And there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Right, so more and more earthquakes in diverse places, the famines and pestilence, and nation against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, which goes into ethnos. And the uptick of wars and rumors of wars, so it continues to increase. That's what we're seeing, you know. Now, for the switch up the topic, bring out that Revelation 13 chapter as we continue to occupy in prophecies, to the best of our ability. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "In the cause of all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS." Right, so the pushing of the digital arthritis that they want to implant concerning your body, in order to body cell, that this is going to be the new norm as we entering this new global financial system that they want to have it as a visual mass, which we're so used to hearing about that, seeing about that, because, throughout the years, have been increasing. So as we go and take a dollar right from the past, everything's going to be digital. We're seeing the digital dollar, the digital ID, the digital dollar, the digital currency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, and the final push of the digital off like each year, right along the Neuralink, the nanotechnology, and this AI technology that's going to be part of finance too, so our body too. It's going to be good more. So they have these smart cities, these 15-minute cities, and the pushing of the digital off like each other. That's what will lead to the pushing of the MARK of the ESC. Like I said, Revelation 13, verse 16 to verse 18. So, this is a major prophecy that's about to come to pass and fulfill, This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. It says that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the Quran or the name of the ESC or another name. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. It says, "Here is wisdom, as a man understanding. Count the number of the ESC, for it is a number of a man, and his number is SIX, which is restored in SIX." This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 8. It says, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, a great city, because she had made all the mystery of the one right of fornication." Right, Revelation 14, verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the BSC, this image, and whosoever receiveth the Quran, this FOREHED, this image." This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 10. It says, "The same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Hajj, which is poured without mixture, and his cup is indignation. And he shall be told by a brimstone, and such that it is for the Lord. By some of the Lord, told by a brimstone, and he's for the Lord." So we need to go to the same level. This is Revelation 14, verse 11. It says, "And still from the sun is set up forever. They have no rest, they are not who worship the BNC, his image, and whosoever receiveth the Quran, his name." And it's the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 10. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the words of thy patience, I will also keep thee from the obligation, which shall come upon all the worlds which are that upon the earth." Right, so we're going to be entering at Matthew 24, verse 21. That Jeremiah 30, and verse 7. And that
Hello, Moto.
And this is right. So as long as we continue to keep the faces, the words of Mashiach Hamashai, a out of Rockside, he gives us that application. And we're seeing signs of the pushing of the MARK of the BNC and the pushing of the digital arthritis, in order for you to buy or sell. But this is going to be the new form of currency as I mentioned again. And this is First Thessalonians. So we're going to see the Son of Addition is being revealed these times. And this is Second Thessalonians. Salakia for a second. Yep, the book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "I beseech you, therefore, brother, by the coming of Yahawah Wa Yahawashi, by our gathered together unto him." It says, "By our gathered together unto him." It says, Second Thessalonians, verse 2. It says, "That you do not trouble your mind, nor by trouble, nor by spirit, nor by word, nor by medical us, that the day of the Lord God will not. Right, so they of the but you see the man the sin, the man also still feel more. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let the man deceive by any means, for that day shall come, except they fall away first. Let the man of sin be good, the son of perdition. The Bible said the man of sin be good, the son of perdition, be good as that times. And this is Second Thessalonians 2, verse 4. It says, who oppose and exalt himself above all that is called God, or that is worship. So he has God sitting in the temple of God, showing himself he is God, right? The son of perdition. He's been revealed more and more as that time. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. It says, remember you not that one I was with you, and I told you these things. And verse 6, it says, and now ye know that before that he might be revealed in some time. Second Thessalonians 2, verse 7. It says,
hello, Moto.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, for the mystery of your iniquity thou hast already heard, only one hour left, taken away, right? Only until he be taken away, the man of lawless, the man of sin, revealed throughout the whole planet Earth. And this is Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom Yahawah Wa Yahawashi shall pursue with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right, because we know the words of Heavenly Father sharper than a powerful two-edged sword, like it says in Hebrews 4, verse 12. So he's going to destroy Yahawah Wa Yahawashi for the son of perdition, the brightness of his coming, and Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. Solomon 50, Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. And this is the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice in heavens. It says, ye that dwell in them. It says, woe into the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the deceiver should come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know he have a short time of rule. Right, so we know the son of perdition and the wicked know he have a short time of rule. And that's we showing forth this, especially this new financial system that we're about to fully enter into. So the wicked know he have a short time of rule. And the son of perdition that he's been revealed these times more too, like it says in our Second Thessalonians. So we starting to see more and more, and it's evident, it's clear that the son of perdition, the man of lawlessness, he's been revealed more and more these times, and that's something that continues to increase because he know he have a short time of rule. And what's that? Daniels? Yeah, I think that's in Daniels, the 7th chapter. He shall speak great words with the son of perdition. He shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and seasons, and to give it to the sand to the time of the body time. That's in Daniel 7, verse 25. So that's evident right there that we see the son of perdition, the man of lawlessness, the man of sins, be revealed throughout the whole planet Earth. That's only going to continue to increase, In Revelations, the 18th chapter. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 1. It says, verse 13. Go back to page. This is Revelation chapter 18 verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was like his glory. This is Revelation chapter 18 verse 2. It says, the five mighty with that strong and saying, Babylon the great is fallen. It's become a habitation of deceivers, and a whole 85 spirit, and it's plain H-A-T-F-L-E. Like it says, in case of every unclean H-A-T-F-L-E. This is Revelation chapter 18 verse 3. It says, for all the nations shall drink of wine and wrath for fornication, Christ did to the son of David. It says, and the leaders of the earth that committed fornication for, and the mercies of the earth are waxed twisted the abundance of the devil. This is Revelation chapter 18 verse 4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out, her my people, be not forsaken for sins, receiving her plagues. Because of the sins of plagues is only going to continue to increase in modern day Babylon and Greek. That's why Yahawah Wa Yahawashi has an angel, angel of a chariot saying, come out, her my people, that should be not forsaken for sins, receiving her plagues. So we want to come back to the ways of the Heavenly Father and we got Son Hamashiach HaMashiach, to the best of our ability, us Israelites. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, for her sins have reached into heavens, and Yahawah has mirrored her iniquities. Right, so the Heavenly Father has mirrored her iniquities, and her sins will too. Revelation chapter 18 verse 6. It says, the Lord heard giving up the border, It says, reward her even as she reward you, double towards her works. And the cup she got filled to her double. And this is Revelation chapter 18, verse 7. It says, how much she had glorified herself and left to listen. So much song and sorrow give her, for she has seen the heart as to the queen and the widow, and she will see her sorrow. Revelation 18, verse 8, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt in fire, for Yahawah Wa Yahawashi shall judge for her prophet silver. Revelation chapter 18, verse 9, it says, and the leaders of the earth who had committed fornication for her, and lived illicitly shall reward her, and lament for her, and they shall see smoke and burn. Revelation chapter 18, verse 10, it says, standing afar off the earth, saying, at last, that great city, that mighty city, for 1 hour thy judgment come, right, for 1 hour thy judgment come, 1 hour thy judgment come. Revelation 18, verse 11, it says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn for her, for no man buy for merchandise and mourn. Right, so the nations is going to weep and mourn for her, for no man, for they shall no more buy her merchandise and mourn, and Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 12. It says, and the merchants of gold and the silver and the precious stones and pearls and silk and scarlet and all thy wood, all manner of vessels, and all manner of vessels, and most precious woods, brass, iron, and marble. And this is Revelation chapter 18, verse 13. This is the book of Revelation 18, verse 13. It says, and the cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense, wine and oil and fine flour, wheat, beasts, and chariot slaves, souls of men. This is Revelation 18, verse 14. This is Revelation 18, verse 14. It says, in the fruit of thy, in the fruit of thy lust that are apart from thee, and all the things which were dainty and written are apart from thee, and thou shalt find no more. Right, so the ways of Babylon and modern day are not going to be found no more at all. You know? Revelation chapter 18, verse 15, and the verses of these things were made which by her should stand afar off. It says, for fearful torment, saying, weeping and wailing. This is Revelation 18, verse 16. It says, saying, at last, that great city that was broken by identity, and purple and scarlet and gold with gold and precious stones and pearls. And this is Revelation 18, verse 17. Revelation 18, verse 17. You have to look at Revelation 18, verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches come to naught, and every shipmaster, all the company ships and sailors, as meat trade by sea stood afar off. This is Revelation 18, verse 18. And they cried when they saw the smoke and burning. What seems like unto this great city? Revelation 18, verse 19. It says, Revelation 18, verse 19. It says, they cast less than heads and found weeping women, saying, at last, that great city that was made rich and had ships to sea by weeping. For her falseness, for in 1 hour she was made desolate. Right, so for in 1 hour she will be made desolate. A future prophecy that we see in the making. Revelation 18, verse 20. It says, rejoice on her, thou ye heavens, ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahawah has been you on her. Revelation 18, verse 21. It says, and a mighty angel took the stone of the great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus the boss that great city Babylon is thrown down, shall be found more all. Right, thus the boss that great city Babylon should be thrown down, shall be found more all. This is Revelation 18, verse 22. It says, and the voice of the harpers and the musicians and the harpers and trumpeters shall be heard no more beat. It says, no craft man will ever craft beat. It says, shall be found no more beat. And the sound of the whistle, it says, the sound of the whistle shall be heard no more beat. It says, Revelation 18, verse 23. It says, and the light of the candle shall be shining over all beat. And the voice of the bridegrooms and the bride shall be heard over all beat. It says, for thy merchants will break men of the earth, for by sorcery all nations receive. Right, stick to this day, because Heavenly Father's going to call for witchcraft and the sorcery of Babylon, what it promotes. I think that's in Micah 5, verse 12. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 24. It says, in her was found the blood of the prophets and the saints, and all that were slain upon the earth, made the body of Yahawah. And so, for 1 hour that judgment come on modern day Babylon and Greek. Now, if we bring out that Amos, the 8th chapter, switch up the topic. As we're getting closer and closer to the famine, the modern day famine of the word, we're seeing that increasing. And this is the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11. So basically, like on a daily basis, we're going to be shutting down modern day Babylon the Great. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, said the heavenly Father Yahawah, that I will send a famine in a land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but the hearing of the words of Yahawah. So very soon, the famine of the word is going to approach. because the words of Yahawah Shai, especially on social media, is not going to be seen anymore. But, they're trying to do their best, especially the wicked, trying to intervene from the word of Yahawah Shai, continue to go forth. Now, the scriptures do say there's no you do against your truth, but for the truth. That's why it says, what's that, Matthew 24 chapter? The gospel of the kingdom should be preached unto all the world for a witness, unto all nations that shall come. You send the same government. And it makes perfect sense that when we see in the beginning, the end of manifest. If we know the heavenly Father.
Hello, Moto.
Right, so the heavenly Father declared the end from the beginning, we see the same government. And this is out of the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 12. It says, and they shall run from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to a far shot, seek the word of Yahweh shall find it. Right, so many going to run to a far shot, seek the word of Yahweh shall find it. And this is Amos chapter 8, verse 13. It says, in that day shall fair virtue young man for thirst. Right, so in that day, once it comes to full effect, once again, in that day is going to be fair virtue young man for thirst for the words of Yahawah Shai, because we're getting closer to the famine of the word now. And this is the book of Ecclesiasticus. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus, the 39th chapter. And this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, Yahawah, and is occupied in meditation thereof, and will seek out the wisdom of all ancient and be occupying prophecies. So we're going to continue to be occupying prophecies, to the best of our ability on a day-to-day basis. We're going to sit down lessons, come out to teach on the highways and hedges, and be occupying prophecies and have that increase in spiritual discernment that, that we'll measure the time get yourself occupying prophecies. That's what we're doing. And this is the book of 2nd Esdras. We got the 9th chapter. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me again and said, measure out the time diligently in itself. What thou seest parts of the science past, which I have told you before. Right, so as I mentioned again, so we're going to measure the time diligently itself, to the best of our ability. And this is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, behold, speak thou of the ears of my people, like us Israelites. It says, speak thou of the ears of my people, like the heavenly Father's people, us the Israelites. Behold, speak thou of the ears of my people, the words of prophecies. What shall I put in thy mouth, said the heavenly Father. Right, so these are the very important words that the heavenly Father put in our mouth for us to come out here and speak unto the house of Israel and body out of our So we're going to continue to be occupying prophecies and measure the time diligently. Bring out that Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, at last, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. Right, so out on the rock side, that would be saved out of during the time of Jacob's trouble. And this is another prophecy that's going to come back. People feel this world too. I'm bringing precepts to that. Matthew 24th chapter. And this is this is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, for there shall be great tribulation, since there's not since the beginning of this world to this time ever should be. Right, so it's going to be a great tribulation time, nor since the beginning of this world to this time ever should be. And we see increased signs of that, and that's going to come to full effect, So we're entering the times of Jacob's trouble, which we're seeing it right now, but it's going to come into full effect. So we're about to enter the time of great tribulations, the time of Jacob's trouble, the great tribulations, the perilous times, and that's only going to continue to increase. It's going to come into full effect, and these are the times we're about to enter into. And this is what we have to sound them off about on a day-to-day basis. Like it says in Amos, the 3rd chapter, Joel, the 2nd chapter. What's that? Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter as well too. Now, if we bring out that Daniel, the 12th chapter. And this is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, will stand up for the children of our people, right, of the Israelites, and like-minded brothers and sisters, that trust the ways of Yahawah Shai. And the elders and apostles will argue in modern day times, because Michael the archangel will have to stand up for the children of our people, and the heavenly Father going to put the spirit on him to do so. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, will stand up for the children of our people. And there should be a time of trouble since there was a nation. Even to the same time, and at that time thy people, it says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, and everyone should be found written book by Israelites. Daniel chapter 12, verse 2, it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake to everlasting life. Some for shame, everlasting contempt. So we want to be part of that everlasting life. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 3. It says, they that be wise shall shine as brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness. Yeah, it says, and they that be wise to turn in the firmament, and they that turn to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. It says, but thou ordained shall the words to seal the book, even to the time of end. Many shall run to and fro, now shall increase. Right? Many shall run to and fro, now shall increase. And so the books are open, and knowledge are starting to increase as well too. And so, the times, we're about to enter into a market or anything understand of the truth about people. The times we're about to enter into this. We have to bring out that, 2 Timothy's. Matter of fact, before, go ahead and bring out that Ephesians. Yeah. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna bring that out. We just bring it.
Hello, Moto.
This is book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So we're going to continue to walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise to the best of our ability. And this is Ephesians 5, verse 16. It says, redeem the time because days are evil. So we're going to continue to redeem the time because days are evil. As we enter in that 2 Timothy, 3rd chapter, Matthew 24, verse 21, and at Revelation 3, verse 10 as well, too, and at Jeremiah 30, verse 7. And at Amos 80, verse 11 to verse 13 that we're about to enter into. So we're about to enter some our days to 12 chapters as well, too, because we're about to enter some unprecedented times. So that's why it says in Matthew 24, verse 8, these is the beginning of sorrows. So we're going to continue to redeem the time because the days are only going to be evil. So it makes perfect sense, as Apostle Paul mentioned to the Israelites, for us to redeem the time because the days are only going to be evil. And what's that, Colossians chapter 4, verse 5? So we're going to continue to walk in wisdom toward our redeeming times and having that wisdom and knowledge understanding as well, too. And putting on the whole armor of Yahawah, like it says in Ephesians 6 chapter 1. And this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 17. It says, wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahawah. So we want to be wise and not unwise and understand the will of the Heavenly Father, how it is as well too. Ephesians 5 verse 18. It says, and be not drunk with wine, it says be filled with the Spirit. So we want to be filled with the righteous spirit of Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. And Psalms 51st chapter on a daily basis, the best of our ability. And this is Ephesians 6 verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahawah and the power of his might. So we're going to continue to be strong in the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, trust in the power of his might, as Apostle Paul mentioned us to do, us Israelites. Ephesians 6 verse 11. It says, put on the whole armor of Yahawah, that you able to stand against the wiles of the sea. So we're going to continue to put on the whole armor of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, to be able to withstand against the wiles of the sea. This is Ephesians 6 verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right, so we're dealing with spiritual wickedness in high places. That's why we're gonna. That's why we're not. That's why we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. This is Ephesians 6 verse 13. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahawah, that you may be able to withstand the evil day had done on to stand. So we're going to continue to put on the whole armor of the Heavenly Father house to be able to withstand the evil day had done on to stand as we approach these times. This is Ephesians 6 verse 14. It says, standing therefore have your loins girded up without truth, have on trust the righteousness. So we're going to continue to gird up our loins without truth, have on trust the righteousness. This is Ephesians 6 verse 15. It says, in your feet, in your feet should the preparation of God's peace, right? Our feet should the preparation of God's peace. Ephesians 6 verse 16. It says, above all, take the shield of faith, we should be able to punch on the fire of God's wicked. Right, so we're going to tell him have on the shield of faith, so be able to punch on the fire of God's wicked. This is Ephesians 6 verse 17. It says, taking the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is word of Yahawah. Right, so we're going to continue to have on the helmet of the sword, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahawah that we trust in. Ephesians 6 verse 18. It says, praying always all prayer and supplication of the Spirit, and watch that unto with all perseverance supplication for all saints. Right, so we're going to continue to trust in the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, and pray unto him on a daily basis, right, with his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Abishai, and continue being that Psalms 51 verse 11 type spirit, continue to have that Lashma Kadash over tongue, make sure Yahawah Wa Yahawashi cast out thy holy presence from us, because we want to continue being in the righteous spirit of Yahawah Wa Yahawashi as Israelites, and continue to put on that whole armor of Yahawah as well too. And this is Colossians chapter 4, verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom towards outward redeeming times. So we're going to continue to walk in wisdom towards outward redeeming times. Hey, the body Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. We got to bring out this last scripture for that. Last scripture for that. I got to head to the house. And this is the book of Isaiah. And this is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 6. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and the strength of salvation. I don't see God bless you. So, so as the prophet Isaiah was mentioning, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the heavenly Father. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close it out. So back out here again, once again, on the highways and hedges, the Chief Blessed Concourse on this January the 16th, 2026, on this Friday morning. And so with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahawah Wa Yahawashi, and your heavenly Father, the true name is Yahawah, and the Son begotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahawah. Those are the two names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew of the Lost Son. And I say Barakathan to the elders and apostles, Ba'akia, Ba'akwa. Until next time, I will say Kwame Shalala, and above all, Shalom.